Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it is album review time as we're checking out the new record from the platinum-selling post-industrial alternative rock pioneers Filter, who is set to release their much-anticipated new album, and first in 7 years, The Algorithm, on August 25th via Golden Robot Records. Now, if I'm being honest, it is hard for me to get too excited by a new Filter record as it stands in 2023. Time and an influx of young, hungry bands have seen the alternative rock world transform to a point where I have to wonder if Filter can really make any kind of impact now. Their status, dare I say, has certainly diminished, even if they still command a very loyal listener base. That being said, this is Filter, and any new music brings with it some interest and intrigue. I guarantee that there will be at least a handful of tracks that hit the mark. And happily, that is the case, with The Algorithm offering plenty of reasons to be glad that Filter have decided to release new music after 7 years. A dreamy and moody alt-rock sound makes The Drowning a notable start to this record. The laid-back verses with bursts of intensity in the chorus and enigmatic vocals are appealing. Throwing more passion and power into things up against the wall feels defiant, as though Filter are actually pushing back against the suggestions that their relevancy has diminished. Whereas For the Beaten is excitingly experimental and nice and heavy in places. So far, enjoyable and, this is really cool, forward-thinking music from Filter. With Obliteration, Say It Again, Face Down and Summer Children, they continue to showcase creativity and familiar Filter-style anthems. No complaints to be had here at all. It's exciting, interesting, and has clever twists on the alt-rock formula. One of the biggest highlights of the entire record, though, is the industrialized threshing floor, as Filter showcase some of those Nine Inch Nails influences and blend that perfectly with their familiar alternative groove. The drums are excellent on this track, whereas it's all about big beats with the sexy groove of Be Careful What You Wish For, and soft guitar-driven melody with Burn Out the Sun. It is a good album. I think it's a very good album actually, and it's capped off with one last cool Filter-style anthem in the form of Command Z or Command Z. Welcome back, Filter. We're actually glad to have you here. As I said at the start, wasn't too sure about this at all, wasn't really sure if I was going to care that much, but I've come away pretty satisfied by it. I'm not the biggest fan of this band, I never really have been, but I know they command a certain, level. They have a certain level, and that kind of continues here, I think. I think it's very much a Filter album. I think it fits their catalogue, but doesn't just feel like they're trying to regain the glory years of the past. It's got some forward-thinking stuff, like I said. It's cool, and that's better than I could have hoped. Just one step from obliteration. Just one step from obliteration. It is The Algorithm, out on August 25th, 2023 via Golden Robot Records. You got any thoughts and you know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?